Hello, and we're back with what we call segment 2. Protesting farmers who had planned to disrupt traffic again yesterday in Washington, D.C. got a bit of unexpected help. The worst snowstorm in 5 years threatened to dump 10 inches of snow on the city. The snow kept traffic to a minimum, but the farmers, many from the Midwest and used to massive amounts of snow, were out lobbying for higher federal crop price supports.
Yes, I am. Energy Secretary James Schlesinger says the situation in Iran isn't just turmoil in a foreign country halfway around the world. He says the cutoff of Iranian oil probably will cause some pain in the United States by the end of the year. Pain, of course, shown here. Schlesinger told the Senate Energy Committee yesterday that by next winter it may be necessary to curb weekend driving and force businesses to use less heat and hot water, saying the current crisis could be worse than the 1973 oil embargo. He said his department is preparing some mandatory conservation steps. Schlesinger stopped short of calling for immediate implementation of the mandatory controls, but he said the government should stimulate domestic production and voluntary conservation. It's official. The United States has invited Egypt and Israel to ministerial-level talks at Camp David later this month. Just caps.
Okay, good. A Colorado Springs, Colorado man is serving 90 days in the county.
Everybody in Tulsa this morning. Hello there, Tulsa. Oh, good to see you. Nice to see you this morning. Tulsa car salesman Ralph Epperson took a man on a demonstration ride in a 1976 Jaguar sedan. The man must have liked the car because he pulled a revolver, handcuffed Epperson to a pipe in a barn, and drove off in the automobile. An update in the early morning after these brief messages.
Sometimes news happens in places that cannot be reached by conventional means. Sometimes traffic problems will keep our mobile units from getting to a story. That's why 17 Update early in the morning has spent big bucks on our Sky Eye. Now getting to a story moments after it happens. Look to the skies of Atlanta for Sky Eye. Another reason 17 Update early in the morning spares no expense on hot air to keep you informed.
It ought to be fun. Ought to be a lot of fun. Well, back to our own winter storm here. Ice and snow left more than 100,000 homes and businesses in North Georgia without electricity yesterday. Spokesman for Georgia Power says crews were imported from South Georgia and borrowed from Duke Power Company in North Carolina to help restore electric service. The spokesman, about 1,200 employees, said are working around the state to restore power, but some will have to spend the night and longer, possibly without electricity. Those folks, we hope it goes past fast. And of course, you're in a situation like us and need a protective covering when walking in your yard. Make sure the ice does not hit your head. You should wear a head protector such as the one I have on here.
That's brilliant.
Tina.
As April 15th, that date must ring a bell, I'm sure, with you. Spokesman Giles Hollingsworth said the IRS switchboard was so loaded Monday that the IRS sponsored a program, that's what they say, sponsored a program on the state educational network to advise taxpayers or wonder what their rules are there. Hollingsworth said the last of the all-day free clinics to help taxpayers fill out short forms will be held on Saturday if you're having a problem with that. Apparently, Tom Torworth.
Lieutenant Governor Zell Miller renewed his running political feud with House Speaker Tom Murphy yesterday. Here's Tony Holt.
With all the inside news, this is Tony Holt in Hollywood. In Hollywood, this is Tony Holt.
The cold weather did an elderly bank robber in St. Louis this week.
Did in.
Oh, the cold weather did in an elderly bank robber in St. Louis this week. Police report 69-year-old Cletus Stone. Two North Carolina teenagers who reported finding a 2.5-pound meteorite said that fell just 60 feet from their home this week. Now say that was just a lot of baloney. The youth say they used a large rock for the meteorite, dug a hole for the landing site, and set fire to gasoline poured into the hole to make it appear the rock had fallen to earth. Apparently they had seen Superman. There's a graphic scene like that. They probably next got their baby brother to walk out of the hole. New York State Police assigned a troop in Batavia and said that they should gather a list of recent happenings which have helped them retain their sense of humor. Troopers arrested a couple for stealing bricks from a construction site at the future home of the police barracks, and troopers arrested a man for renting 8 new cars and using them at an auto speedway, causing $20,000 damage to the vehicles. That's 17 Update early this morning. Have a nice night, nice morning, whatever the case may be.
And remember, do it today. This program was pre-recorded. I'm just your average, everyday guy speaking.
This program came to you from Atlanta, Georgia.